facing the front of the room. If at any time during today's practice you'd like to return to Shavasana, you can. Just taking a moment here to connect with your seat, with your base of your spine, your sit bones, finding length in your spine on the inhale, dropping the shoulders down away from the ears, and if it feels safe to do so, closing your eyes, and just begin to tune into your breath. Notice where it is today without judgment as you arrive in the space. Notice the support beneath you, the earth, and your connection here. As you inhale, think about drawing that sense of stability through the base of your spine into the body. Maybe ask yourself here, what are the things that you do to restore? What type of nourishing self-care practices do you tune into throughout your day that are restorative? Maybe just finding a moment to close your eyes throughout your day, to pause and breathe. Maybe that's enough. We'll come into caterpillar pose. So bringing the legs out long, you can bring your blocks close by for support. I encourage to use all the props today to help hold you in this space. Provide the support where it is needed. So our toes are flexed towards our body. We're sitting nice and tall with the crown of our head reaching and rooting down through the base of our spine. Inhale, we'll lengthen the spine, bringing the heart center forward and walking the hands forward, letting the spine round and the head hang heavy. You can place your blocks on your thighs to rest your forehead at any level that you'd like to place those that feels supportive. And here, we're just focusing on breathing through from the crown of our head to the soles of our feet. See if you can imagine following the inhale and exhale from the soles of your feet, inhaling to the crown, and on the exhale, following that breath as it leaves the body through the soles of the feet. So just drawing that supportive energy in the breath upwards on the inhale, and on the exhale, letting it be a place to rest. And even finding rest in the spaces between the inhale and exhale. Maybe you add a gentle pause between the inhale and exhale. And just begin to turn the gaze inward, noticing how you are arriving here today, how the body feels. If there's any sensation that's arising, Any thoughts? When we inhale, walk the hands back slowly, bringing the head up last. And just pausing at the top for a moment, coming back to center. We'll take an easy seated twist. So crossing the legs and coming back into our center, into our seat. And then on the inhale, reaching the arms up skyward, and on the exhale, releasing to the right. Left hand to the right knee, right hand to the earth, and our gaze can come somewhere towards our right shoulder. In each inhale, just think about lengthening the spine, reaching the crown of the head skyward, and on the exhale, focusing on the belly and on our solar plexus, and just detoxing and releasing anything from our body that we no longer need. We'll begin working on some affirmations into our practice. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Our first affirmation is, rest is a sacred act of self-care. Rest is a sacred act of self-care. And you can repeat this silently to yourself if it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, maybe just notice the stories around it. Notice the resistance maybe to rest. Practicing non-judgment, of course. On your next inhale, coming back through center, you just walk the hands out in front. Just a little rebound here with the spine round. Just taking a couple of breaths. And then as we walk the hands back, we'll just switch our legs. So if you have the right leg in front, switch to the other side and put the left leg in front. We'll find that length in our spine again. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, reaching the fingertips skyward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, right hand to the left knee. Left hand plants on the earth. Gaze comes over or towards the left shoulder. And come back to the breath. Filling the belly. Exhale, releasing. Creating some space on the inhale. Exhale, come back through center and walk the hands out. When you're ready, meet me in tabletop. So you can use your blanket to support your knees if you'd like. We'll have our knees stacked under our hips and our wrists stacked under our shoulders. Tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Finding a stable tabletop position. Gently draw the navel in towards the spine. Press into the earth with the hands and the tops of the feet. Shoulders away from the ears and your crown of your head reaching towards the front of the room. We'll move through some cat-cows. On the inhale, your gaze comes forward and the belly drops and the tailbone rises. On the exhale, press into the earth, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone, and draw your gaze towards the navel. Inhale, coming into cow, dropping the belly, opening the heart center as we draw the shoulder blades together, lengthening the tailbone skyward. Exhale, round the spine. Find cat, tailbone sinking towards the earth. Just move through these at your own pace. Really intend to connect with the breath and movement here. See if you can find an even inhale and exhale for a count of whatever feels natural to you. 3, 4, 5. So inhaling whatever your count is, and then exhaling for that same count. Check in with all the corners of your body. Is there any tightness or tension in the shoulders? Stiffness in the neck or maybe the hips? See if you can use the exhale to soften these spaces. And feel free to take some atypical movements or circle in the hips or the shoulders. Just use this next couple of minutes to connect with your body. Our next affirmation is, I honor my body's need for rest and restoration. I honor my body's need for rest and restoration. Coming back through tabletop, bring the big toes together and walk the knees out towards the edges of the mat. Press back, sending the hips back towards the earth, and let the body rest on your bolster or just on your mat. Letting your forehead come towards the earth. Think of sinking the hips down, grounding with each exhale, and letting the support of the earth hold space for any thoughts that are swirling around with this chatter or worry about what's coming next or the things we have to do. See if you can allow your mind, your forehead, and press to the earth here as a reminder of this space of release. Let go of those stories and thoughts that are swirling around and trying to draw you out of this place of rest. Our affirmation here: my body and mind deserve rest. My body and mind deserve rest. Gaze comes towards the front of the mat. Walk the hands back, up, and just pausing at the top for 3 breaths. See if you can come back to that even inhale and exhale for 3 rounds of breath. Supported fish. Bring your bolster to the middle of your mat. Leave some space here for your head if you'd like to rest your head off the bolster. But we'll place the bolster at the base of our spine at our hips. And then just have the knees bent, feet hip distance apart. And just walk yourself back to rest on that bolster. Bringing the arms out to a T, letting the heart space open. Make any adjustments that you need to feel fully supported here. And you can have the knees bent, feet hip distance apart. You can bring the legs out long. You can bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open. And as we rest here with our heart space open, maybe slightly tilting the head back, opening the throat. just noticing our heart center. How does your heart feel today? Notice if there's any tightness here, heaviness, or maybe it feels light, spacious. Coming back to that even inhale and exhale, just focusing on the rise and fall of the heart center, drawing awareness to the dance between the inhale and exhale. Let it create space. Maybe think of a warm light at this space, softening away any tension or hardness. In whatever way is intuitive to you, make your way off of the bolster, moving it out of the way and coming back to rest on your back. Knees bent, feet hip distance apart. And just windshield wiper the knees back and forth, nice and slow. Incorporating the breath here, exhaling as the knees fall to one side, inhaling back through center, exhaling to the other side, and inhale through center. On your next inhale, pausing at the center and walking the feet out towards the edges of your mat. Let the knees fall in towards each other. And maybe take a moment here just to check back in with your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. If you've lost it, that's okay. Just invite it back into the space, into the heart center. Locate one of your blocks nearby for supported bridge. So we'll be placing our block on the widest surface that there is going to be under your sacrum. So we'll press through the soles of our feet with our knees bent, lifting our hips and placing the block under our sacrum, which is just below our lower back. We don't want to place the block on our lower back, but allow our sacrum and our hips to really rest here on the block. Tuck the chin in towards the chest gently, creating a little bit of length in the back of the neck. And your hands can rest on your rib cage or at your sides, whatever is most comfortable for you. And here we're just inviting the breath to release in the hips and in our shoulders. If there's anything weighing heavy on you that you've been carrying around, our shoulders are where we carry the weight of our responsibilities, the things that we feel people expect from us, the pressure of the world. As our shoulders are pressed to the earth here, allow them to soften and melt into the support beneath them. Each exhale, releasing some of that weight, giving ourselves permission to rest on the support of the earth. On the next inhale, press through the soles of the feet, lifting the hips and removing the block to the side. Draw the knees in towards the body. Give them a little squeeze. Little massage to our sacrum. And bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open for Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place the blocks underneath your thighs if you'd like, underneath the knees. And rest your hands on your rib cage or at your sides. Breathing deeply into the belly here, feeling that stretch also on the inner thighs and in our hips. Just allowing ourselves to rest here, to breathe deeply into the belly, releasing tension, tightness, to create space. Each inhale, drawing in a sense of peace and calm. Each exhale, allowing yourself to maybe melt towards the earth a little more. Our affirmation here is, I am worthy of deep rest. I am worthy of deep rest. feel free to stay here if you'd like, or you can remove the blocks and come into Shavasana. Bringing the legs out long, let the feet fall open, taking up space on the mat, moving outside the confines of your mat. Taking a cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose. Gentle pause and release. Let the breath flow organically. And give yourself permission to just be here. To just close your eyes if it feels safe. And to allow the mind to drift into a dream state. A portal to imagination and creativity. A place away from the things to do and what's to come. A place outside of the responsibilities and obligations. Dream of a place of peace, a life of rest and creativity. What would it look like? Let yourself dream. Begin to create some movement in your fingers and toes. Slowly coming back to the space. Deepen the breathing. Maybe take a big stretch. And make your way to a seated position. Hands at the heart space, just taking a moment here to find gratitude for this time and this space to share together in mutual rest, to find community, and to carve out this time and space for yourself, to affirm that you are worthy of rest, that there is nothing you need to do to earn rest. I'm grateful for bodies that can move in any way during today's practice and people to practice with. It is my wish that you carry this benefit of rest with you throughout the rest of your evening, your week, and beyond. Sat Nam.